Hey guys, I hope you're having an awesome night, and I've been feeling really called to talking about body shame and hair removal and having hair, not having hair versus self-love and just being happy with exactly who you are and letting go of societal stuff for quite a while, and I've totally been resisting it because I still have a little bit of part of me, the fear of what people will say, and part of me really wishes that I could just pick through Facebook for certain posts that I do to be like, I just want the people that I know that have similar mindset to see this, but then it won't necessarily reach the person who needs to hear this and who needs to see someone who is on that similar journey as themselves. So I've always loved the people who are ahead of me on my journey, and that they're holding space for better, more awesome versions of what the world can do and be and stuff. So a couple years ago, her name literally just left me. She has a channel on YouTube, and I'm picturing her and I'm trying to think. Anyway, she was talking about her journey and fully aligned, raw alignment. It was just on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, so she has super awesome, amazing things on self-love and nutrition, and she hiked the Appalachian Trail and did all these things. Her name is literally on the tip of my tongue. Anyway, if I remember before the end of the video, I'll be sure to say it. Oh, I know it. Anyway, but she had done a video or a post or something once, and it really went viral after she did it in a negative way, because people would she had it on one thing and they saw that she had underarm hair, and then she got a bunch of negative responses. So venturing into that world has been scary for me in the past, and sometimes I have little bits or glimpses of sometimes I have body hair, and sometimes that gets caught in pictures and videos and different things that I do, but I haven't really flat out come out and be like, these are my thoughts on it, and this is how I show up, and this is how I continue on my journey of loving myself as this human being and this human body without the societal conditioning or what marketing advertising agencies tell us to do or not do in order to be a good girl or pretty girl or sexy girl or whatever kind of girl you want to be. And hey Tanya, I hope you're having an awesome night. And hey Leanne, and hi Holly, and Lori, and Pat, and Kristen, I hope you guys are having an awesome night. And hi Sean. So this has been years of my journey being I've always felt ever since I was young that I needed to shave, because that's societal for girls, that we need to shave. And I can even remember the turning point in middle school where girls started getting the body hair and doing all these things, where my body went from I was one of the girls who didn't have any hair on my legs and it was good and I was fine, to it seemed like it was this all of a sudden shift where a guy was like, you have hair on your legs, and it was bad and disgusting and gross. So I was like, fuck no, I can't have that be bad, because I don't need another way that I'm socially awkward and different than people. So then I was like, okay, I need to shave. But my skin has always been extremely sensitive, so if I shaved every day, I would get terrible red bumps. So then my legs wouldn't look good, and they'd actually really hurt, and it would feel painful to shave consistently, because then I'd have really red bumpy skin, and that doesn't look attractive either. So I would try a bunch of things. I'd do waxing, I would do VEET, I would do all the different ways that I could think of during middle school and high school for hair removal, and it would hurt and it would be bad and it would leave red marks, and it was just not good for a bunch of reasons. So then I kind of got to the point where I was like, okay, I'll just hide my legs and shave on the weekends once a week, so that it looks nice for going out to the beach or going out to whatever, and then just hide my legs for the rest of the time so that it can grow a little bit, so that I'm not hurting my skin and making all the cuts and having those red bumps that hurt all the time and just sting and bad things. So from a young age, I thought that there was totally something wrong with my skin. I really hated how sensitive my skin was. Same with underarms, I would do the same thing where I wouldn't wear tank tops. I'm yeah, I'll wear t-shirts that come down to here so that I could get away with the same kind of thing with maximizing the space between actually shaving, because the stubble doesn't look good either, and all the different societal things. But it's kind of crazy, because the more knowledge I gained as I got further on this journey and got into feminism and all the different things, like women spend over 60 days of their life removing hair from their body that men don't have to. So like we have precious limited amount of time on this earth, and it like doesn't make logical sense to me that like 100 years ago our bodies were fine how they were. Like 100 years ago there wasn't any corporation that was trying to make profit off of women hating ourselves and hating our bodies saying, hey guys, you need to get rid of that unsightly hair. That wasn't a thing until TVs and commercials, magazines, and marketing and profiting companies came into existence. So like that doesn't make sense that now women need to spend our valuable time and money, because it's not like waxing's cheap, and it's not like having razors and shaving cream or Veet or whatever you're going to use is free. Like that's an expense, and you're wasting time every morning or a couple times a week. You're spending your valuable time and energy and money on these things that literally corporations have decided to make you feel bad about yourself. So instead of being like God, creator, source, energy, the universe, made me perfectly and magically made every system in my body work well together, and my immune system super works well with everything else. Like I put food in my mouth, it nourishes my body, it creates cells, and then it like does the whole process. Like, so that higher power did really well on that. It just like really fucked up with women. It should have totally like not had any hair from here down for women and just here. So like that didn't make sense to me either, that like the corporation people who want to make money and profit have to make women feel terrible about how their body's literally made by our creator to make money. Like, so like that has also been a thing for me. So yeah, it's been very interesting on my journey to like notice my shifts in understanding and perspective and stuff, because like when I was in the corporate world, I spent thousands of dollars on laser hair removal for my armpits and for my legs, and it's not a long-term solution. I did all the treatments and all the sessions, and I did it exactly how they said, and I didn't go out in the sun, and I did everything perfect, but not everyone has long-term solutions in that way. So then I just kind of went back to waxing for when the summer months come, and like I want my bikini area to like look nice for being out in the pool and stuff like that. Like, so then that was just the option that I went to, even though waxing hurts so friggin' much. Like, yeah, it gets better over time, and like if you don't go near your period, it's not that bad compared to if you do it then that's really terrible and just like ridiculously painful. Never do it when you're like PMSing or like on your period. That's like your body's even more side note, your body's more sensitive to pain around that time, so definitely don't do it then. So it's been interesting because like when I got into the spiritual world, like I have hippie friends. I have friends who don't shave, who haven't shaven for like years and decades of their lives, and they're just like, this is who I am, this is who I was created to be, like I don't feel like I need to do it. And also it's a really cool filter for people in my life, because if someone is like, oh, I don't want to be around you because I feel like having armpit hair is disgusting to like look at or like be around, then you don't want that like superficial person in your life anyway. So it's a really cool filter for like the people that you want in your life anyway. So it's been interesting to like be around them for like long periods of time and seeing them being confident and being in tank tops and dresses and fully having their like hair out, and like I don't notice it. Like I don't consciously like my like eyesight doesn't like go from their head to like their armpit or like go from their head to like their legs. It's not distracting for me. So like it doesn't really make sense why it's a big deal. And like I'm not like against shaving. I typically shave that like once a week on the weekend. I really love having like brand new soft like warm sheets and like freshly shaven legs. Like that feels super awesome to have super smooth legs then. But like shaving the next day and the next day and the next day and having those red bumps that hurt, not fun. That's not something that brings me joy and not something that I do. So it's been very interesting that the more I deepen the love for myself and having that unconditional love for myself on my journey, the more I've been able to consciously step into that and do the same thing where I show up with hairy armpits sometimes or hairy legs and match the like hippie kind of friends in that community, and sometimes I'm around people who don't, and then I like tell them stats on like how much time and money and energy women waste on trying to do these things based on what a marketing company said was wrong with us X years ago. So that's been very, very interesting on my journey. And hey Debbie and Chantel and Kevin and Ken and Stephanie, and she's like, that's crazy, wow. Yep, very, very crazy. And she said, hey lovely, hey. And she does very beautiful vision boards, so if you're in the St. John area, definitely check her out if you're ready to create a super awesome 2019. And hey John and April and Lenny and Rebecca and Lisa and Dawn and Jacques. And Tanya said, just headed to sleep. I'll watch the replay tomorrow. Perfect. Sounds good. Awesome. Just wanted to make sure I was catching everyone's comments while I was like saying all the things that I've been called to share and like totally not wanting to share publicly all the time. So yeah, it's interesting because, oh, and you're welcome, Stephanie. Yeah, I met her in person at a really awesome like motivational speaking thing that Exit Reality did last week. That was really cool. So yeah, in the spring, I guess June, when I went to Date with Destiny, no, I'm going to Date with Destiny. When I went to Life and Wealth Mastery in Florida, in June, I knew that we were going to be having some time for like being by the pool or going out to the ocean and stuff like that. So I did get my legs and bikini area waxed, and I had kind of put on my stories and kind of shared publicly like the things I was doing to prepare for Life and Health Mastery because I was super excited about it. And I even took a picture of me in the spa, but I didn't post it anywhere because like a little bit of me was like, I don't really want to be a part of the like societal conditioning being like going somewhere warm, like need to like remove all the ugly, terrible body hair that God gave me, like, and continue to like be a member of that narrative story. So like I didn't post it, and like part of me was like, I really wish I could be as confident as this other friend that I have who hasn't shaved for a long time, because like she doesn't care that she has super full hairy legs, and like it's not that bad that people like think, like you don't notice it, like I don't notice it. Anyway, but I didn't want to like deal with the shaving, I didn't want to deal with the stubble, like I just didn't want to deal with it, so I did do waxing then. So then now that it's been winter and this summer, I had like clumps of hair coming out in the shower, so that got me really scared and nervous. I had done a bunch of like diet and hormonal shifts in my body, so like those were causes, and it since stopped, and my hair has been good, and we're just sending good energy to my hair to grow it back so that it's thick like it used to be. But in August, I was like, okay, I am so grateful for every single hair on my body. Like, I'm grateful for all the little hairs that grow underneath my eyebrows. I'm grateful for the one hair that grows on my chin sometimes. I'm grateful for every single hair that's growing on my body, because I want all the hairs to grow back on my head, and I'm so appreciative of body hair, and I want all the hair on my head. So like I really shifted to a super powerful gratitude energy for like all the hair, because I'm like, I need this to be healed. I love all my hair, I want more hair. I'm sorry that I ever wanted less hair, just like was really shifting my mindset on that. So that was interesting, because like I would go basically every single week, or like every other week or every couple weeks if I wasn't like dating someone, with like I'd shave my legs, and like I have a monthly massage appointment every single month, so like I would be shaven for that. Like I'd have shaven armpits and shaven legs, because like that's what I feel like I need to do in order to leave the house to be accepted by society, because that's still the old unhealthy rules that again marketers did so that we could buy their products. And Stephanie says, love this so much. Thank you. I love that this is resonating with you. I totally didn't want to share this when I first hit live. I was like, we can do this. Do hard things. Share the message. Someone's going to need this. And hey, Michael. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, Nicole. Hope you guys are having an awesome night. So yeah, in my mind now, so for like my legs, for example. Okay, I'll even show it, because in doing laser hair removal it worked in certain strands. Like, I have certain little patches and lines on my legs that don't grow hair. So, like, it doesn't even look like full hippie girl hair leg, because, like, there's random spots in it that are, like... Anyway, it's interesting. So I'm gonna do the vulnerable thing and be like, yes, I have, like, hairy legs. And I am beautiful and proud of my legs, and I love my legs, and I love that my hair grows in a healthy way. But yeah, like, there's whole, I don't know how well you guys can see it with, like, the shadow, but there are actual whole spots and lines that just don't grow hair because parts of the laser hair removal worked and then parts didn't. A lot of parts didn't. And then, like, I have 2 weeks there because I wanted to be, like, appreciative of this and, like, really get into a good energy, and I was feeling like I needed to do... I was talking to another friend about how women do different, like, empowered photo shoots with things, and I'm like, I don't really want to do a photo shoot being like, let's make body hair sexy right now in this present moment. I'm not that level of, like, fuck yes, joyful goddess, let's just have hairy photos of me on the internet, like, empowering people. I'm not there yet. But me showing hairy legs on a live video, apparently I'm at that point in my journey. So yeah, the point is that I now love myself, where I can do that and I don't feel bad or guilty, and I don't care if, like, random guys on the internet find this video and say mean or bad things about me. Like, I delete and block people very easily now if they say things that aren't productive or healthy or constructive or of love or have a positive intention from them. So, like, I'm to a new level of confidence and self-esteem in myself that I can share things and that I can be vulnerable and that I can say that I love my body exactly how it is at all points in time. Like, there were parts of me during the summer where I would have little freak-out sessions being like, oh my god, am I gonna get, like, a bald patch on my head? Like, can I love myself and show up on a live video and show up doing my Live and Light show and do selfies, and, like, can I hide it? Will I have to get a wig? Like, all these negative thoughts went through my mind, and I'm like, I can. Like, I can honestly love myself because I'm not just this physical body. Like, I am an expression of love in this universe. I am a soul. I am, like, a being of light, and that's the most important part for me. And it's so important for me to, like, share who I am and share my truth and just show up as I am. And I don't wear makeup, like a little bit of eyeliner, a little bit of lip gloss. That's what I do. And that's what I feel most comfortable in. And this is not how I felt comfortable showing up in high school, where I would straighten the fuck out of my hair and it was burnt and had, like, yeah, like, I straightened my hair way too much and it was ridiculous, and always had contacts in and did my makeup as best as I could figure out, and, like, all the things, like, put myself into whatever box of what I felt was going to get me the least amount bullied or the kind of most accepted or fit in with whatever group was going to allow me to be there. So to see that difference in my life is, like, incredible. And when I've had guys or boyfriends in the past make negative comments about stubble and stuff like that, that used to stand out as, like, big things to me, being like, it's unattractive to have body hair and all these things. So, like, I've grown a ton. And then if you're, like, an empowered woman and you're a super feminist and you're like, I need awesome things and role models and books, and you like reading, Pussy a Reclamation by Regina. She is amazing. I love that book so much. And she, like, is, like, next level women empowerment and sexual empowerment and stuff like that. And she talks about how she likes that she has a bush. And, like, a bush is meant there for a reason. And it is. It really is. And with my last partner, I would get bikini waxes and, like, trim and do all the things. And sex was kind of better with the new squirting abilities when I actually had hair there. Like, when things go super, super well in sex, it's there for, like, a reason. Like, God didn't fuck up that plan. Like, it actually is there for a reason, believe it or not. So it's really interesting that, like, 2 year ago me, 4 year ago me, like, would die to have this conversation and, like, wouldn't even like a video about another woman talking about this, because I'm like, I don't want other people to know that I'm, like, in this headspace or mindset or, like, thinking about these things. Like, I can't associate myself with, like, that kind of energy and stuff. So that's very interesting to me. So, like, kind of the thought going through my mind that I, like, was talking to a friend about this week when I went to Moncton was, like, am I going to, like, wax again just so that I don't have to worry about it, and, like, I can meet new people and have, like, brand new first impressions without, oh, my battery has 15%. Am I going to, like, do that and make first impressions with potentially meeting people, like, in shorts or by the pool or something? Like, am I going to have that as a first impression, and do I care, and, like, all the different things with that, because, like, that was something in the summer, like, my hippie friends were gonna go out and, like, they hadn't shaved, and we're going to go to the river where there will be, like, normal people and us, and I wasn't comfortable to, like, have not my bikini waxed in the summer around people at that stage. But now I'm like, I think I am, and, like, I don't think I need to justify how I do or do not show up to anyone. Like, it's based on how I feel, and to be honest, right now in my life, getting a bikini wax doesn't feel super joyful, so I'm probably not gonna do that. I might trim a little bit, but I'm not going to, like, put myself through, like, pain just because that's what every other woman feels like she has to do, or that's what society has told us, or, again, the marketing people who are selling spa services and all the different ways to remove hair told us to, so that we could feel bad about ourselves, so that we would spend money to be better and feel like we could be accepted. So yeah, all of that stuff. Okay, and then I'll check into the comments. Hi, April and Dan. Okay, I saw a comedy show the other night. My friend Courtney was hosting. She was wearing a shirt with no sleeves and went, yeah, and stick her hand in the air, and she had ample hair. And want to read more. Okay. I'm hippie and didn't even notice, but she knew and mentioned it on stage. Awesome! I love that so much. I don't know if she's up, Courtney and Steve's. Cool, I'll definitely check her out after. Thank you so much for sharing. And hi, Charles and Stephanie. You go, girl, nailed it. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, and I hope that any other woman out there who's been having this thought in her mind or needs someone else to hold space for the women who are shifting and changing the world, that this resonated with you. And it was really cool. I was watching Red Table Talk, and that's, like, the Smith family has it on Facebook. Like, if you just type in Red Table Talk, you'll be able to see it. And one time they were doing it on, like, body image and those kind of things, and I think Jada asked Willow, like, when she decided that she wasn't gonna, like, shave her arms and her armpits, and she's like, it wasn't really a decision. She's like, it seems stupid and a waste of time, and like it is stupid. Like, guys don't have to do it. Like, why do girls have to do it? Like, she was just like, I have other stuff to do. It doesn't make sense that I need to, like, spend time doing that. So it wasn't a decision so much as just like, I'm not gonna do that. And I loved how simple her response was compared to how much justifications I've tended to see on people who, and, like, even me in this video, like, I said statistics and how much time and energy it takes women to do things. Like, it is still in that growth and learning point where more often than not people do really justify it and explain it for why that's their life choice, but people don't, like, have big Facebook Live videos on why they do choose to wax or shave or do whatever. Like, it's just what has been socially conditioned into women, unfortunately. So then people who are actively shifting and changing it for ideally the better, then there has to be some education involved sometimes so that people can shift their perspective. And that's what I needed at the beginning, to be like, yeah, like, seeing it from this point of view, like, okay, I can see this and this and this. And I'm not saying that it's bad if you choose to shave. Like, if you choose and you, like, super enjoy smooth skin all day every day, and, like, you can shave it every day and your skin is super smooth and soft and it, like, handles it well and you're not super sensitive like I am, awesome. Like, I'm not putting down any women who choose to do waxing, to choose to do hair removal in all the different ways that there is, or laser hair removal, or all the different ways, or threading, or all the things, or sugaring, or like literally all the ways that you can like remove hair. I'm not judging in any way. I love every single woman exactly how she is right now. It's just, that's been my journey of all the body shame that I used to have and like carry on me, and it used to be so heavy and hard, and I like hated myself for it. I legitimately thought that there was something wrong with my skin, that like didn't make sense, that like other friends could shave more regularly and all these things. I totally have to wrap this up though. My butter is gonna die. Anyway, so some of it, I love all women and all women's choices that we get to choose things. It's just my perspective of the shift on how I've grown and developed from body shame to self-love. And if you want more support in loving yourself and being happier in your life, I'm going to do a free webinar this Sunday at 7:30 Atlantic, 6:30 Eastern. So if that's resonating with you, I'll put the link in the comments. And I'm sending you guys so much love. If this message helped you and supported you, put some thumbs up, some likes and loves, and I'll give more content like this. Share it with a friend if you're like, I feel like this would help you, and maybe send her the link if you want to do it privately. I just want to make sure that this is reaching the people or persons that like I felt super called to like share this message with today, so you guys can love yourselves a little bit more. And I'm sending you guys so much love. Bye.